Hi guys, I'm Jigglez and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you this full face bold lip look using all the drugstore products. I've also thrown in some tips and tricks on what to do for people with hooded eyes. So if you're like me and you have hooded eyes, then keep watching. Make sure you give me a big thumbs up and check out my other videos. It's my passion to teach you guys something new and to show you another way to make you feel beautiful about yourself. So if you'd like to see how I got this look and learn something new, then just keep watching. Let's liven up the face, shall we? Alright, so I've already cleansed, toned and moisturized, and now I'm going to start off with brows. I'm working on an eyebrow video at the moment, so you guys can see in depth how I do it, and it's all about maintaining them, how to trim them if necessary. Alright, now I'm going to put on some primer. I'm going to use this Elf Control Blemish primer. I like it because it's really tacky. Just going to do a quick colour correction. As you can see, I have some lovely additions to my face today. Because of my ethnicity, the dark circles under the eyes can be quite a nuisance to cover. So I'm going to go in with my NYX Full Coverage Concealer in orange. It's one of my favourite products, and I'm not entirely sure if they've discontinued it or not, and I sincerely hope that they haven't, because I'll have a heart attack if they did. I'm going to pop that straight onto the dark circles. You want to be mindful not to swipe too much on the skin under your eyes, because it's one of the most sensitive and delicate areas. So you always want to be very gentle when you're working under that area. Now I'm going to use the Maybelline Cover Stick Corrector in green. So you're going to use orange to colour correct greys and purples, and you're going to use green to cover up red spots. And with a damp beauty sponge, I just wanted to clarify, just so you all know what I'm talking about when I'm doing my tutorials, what actually is a damp beauty sponge. You literally just run your sponge under some water and you squeeze out the excess water, and then it's a damp beauty sponge. So with this damp beauty sponge, I'm just going to blend out the product. Make sure it's nice and blended, and as well as these. They're a bit angry today, these spots. So I'm not sure how well they're going to cover up, but freaking sore. It's been stubborn. Rebel pimples. Then I'm going to use translucent powder just to pat on top of these ones, so they're not going to move too much when I'm trying to apply it or the rest of my face. So this is just my translucent powder from Face of Australia. I'm going to keep all the products today drugstore, which is usually what I do anyway, but a couple of the products I've either bought online or overseas, so I'll try to keep it as simple as possible today. So for foundation, I'm going to use this Superstay 24 Hour by Maybelline. Just going to pump it onto my hand, dab it onto my skin. With another damp beauty sponge, I'm going to grab my Sukin Rose Hip Oil. Now, oil with foundation really helps it have a flawless coverage. Usually I apply this oil straight onto my skin, but today I'm going to try something different and apply it to the sponge. So I'm just going to put a couple drops into my sponge and use that to blend out. I've tried this foundation a couple of times and I find it's very drying, I think. Make sure you go all the way up to your hairline. I'm just going to use the other side over here. This foundation might be good for someone with oily skin. I have combination skin, so some days it wants to do a completely different thing than it did the day before. Now I've got my Fit Me concealer that has no writing on it. I mainly use this concealer for my eyebrows, just to like clean them up. But I'll try it over here to see if it will cover up my circles. Well, I guess they're kind of like circles, right? Yeah. Make sure that you blend your foundation down your neck as well, because you don't want any harsh lines. I'm going to pop some of that concealer onto my eyelid as well, just to prime the eyes, because not to prime is a crime. So this will just help hold the colour on for longer when we use our shadows. I switch between concealers and primers. It really depends on what look I'm going for. If I want a soft look, I'll use a primer. If I want to apply more colour or more intense colour, that's usually when I'll use a concealer. So to set that, I'm going to grab my Chi Chi palette you can get from Target. I'm sorry that hardly any of my products have any labeling on them left. I'm grabbing a flat brush and using just the matte nude colour, and applying that all over where I just put the concealer, just to set it into place and stop it from creasing. And I'm going to use this colour here as my transition colour. So just picking some up on this, it's a big fluffy brush, so it's good. And just applying that in here. And because of my hooded eyes, I always like to apply it higher than my actual crease. Because if I open my eyes, see how there's not a lot of space on my eyelid? It means I don't have a lot of room to play with amazing colours. But a lot of people who don't have hooded eyes can get away with just putting it into the crease. Everyone's different. We work with what we got. It's much higher than my natural crease. So here's my natural crease. So it sits like down here. So annoying. When your eyes are open, it looks like you're doing a great job, and then you close them and all that effort is gone to waste. Just want to bring it onto my lid a little bit. It's not a huge drastic change. I want everything to blend out quite seamlessly, so just making sure that there's no harsh lines. Next I'm going to grab this beautiful bronzy shimmer colour here with a small flat brush, and just apply that all over the lid. And just trying to blend it into that transition colour as well. So I'm going to come back to the shadow, but first what I'm going to do is do my wing liner. So I've got my Maybelline Eye Studio Hyper Glossy Liquid Liner. It's a super thin applicator. So we'll see how we go, because I'm not used to the thin ones. So when applying your eyeliner, you want to make sure that you're looking that way to a mirror, because this will allow you to get really precise behind your eyelashes and not allow your eyelashes to get into the way. Oh no. It's in there. Let's grab a Q-tip. Ah. Oh mate, that just wedged itself right in there. That's what you don't want to do. Got to be a little more careful than that. Damn, alright. That worked me up. Far out. Let's try that again with an elbow resting onto the table and have more control. Now, because I've got hooded eyes, so instead of coming straight out of the lash line, which is what you would usually do, you could sort of follow that line there to the eyebrow. I'm going more of an angle outwards towards my temples, because otherwise, while I'm looking at you, it'll look very strange, because you'll see a dip where the hood is. So by doing it this way, it should work out better. You can see where the lid closes. Big difference. So usually someone who doesn't have hooded eyes would come straight down, but because the hood here closes, it just looks funky. So I'm going to mark out where the end of the hood is, the end of the lid. And you can see, I hope, can you see where I just marked out? It's right at the end, right at the bottom of that line. So I'm going to try to keep inside of that and not go above it. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be a hot mess. It's not a very good one for filling in, actually. Just going to shake it up a bit to get more product onto the brush. That's better. On a really sharp end. And just join those lines together. So I can even come up a little bit higher, which I will do, I think, because now it's sort of making my eye drip down. Just too precise this. It's too difficult. I'm just blowing that out. Gotta keep playing with it until you get it like exactly where you want it. Like it's no lie. It's very difficult to do wing liner when you have hooded eyes and trying to find somewhere where it's a balance, where it's not too thin, not too thick, but also looks complementary to your eye shape. I'm digging the effect of this liquid liner, but I'm not digging the applicator. I'm finding it, yeah, really difficult to use because it's so tiny. Let's get it even on the other side, please. Hello.
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 How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. What you doing?
Makeup tutorial.
Makeup tutorial?
Yes.
For work?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright.
You have a bit of a habit of interrupting my tutorials, don't you?
Oh, okay, I love you.
I love you too.
Sorry.
Alright, that'll do for now. Remember if you guys saw in one of my other tutorials when I tried to put the mascara on. I was there for so long trying to declump the lashes because the liquid liner had dried on them. So I'm just going to make sure I do that right now before they set. I don't believe that liquid liner, man. Still floating around in my eyeball. Ugh. I love this telescopic mascara. It's life. I'm going to put on some lashes. I'm excited to try these ones on. These are Adele Natural Demis. I'm excited because they do the flick at the ends. Which, these sort of pairs of lashes, if you're going to get some falsies, these are the best ones to use on hooded eyes, because you'll find that if you use ones that are fuller in the middle, it'll even close your eye up more, so giving less space to focus on your eyelid. I mean, you can do that if you like to do it. I mean, I've done it before. I don't mind the look, but I'm excited to try these ones to see if they're any better. So pretty. Alright, so I let it dry for a little bit, and now I'm going to just go over it with some liner, because there is some glue still showing. So I'm hoping that I can do it without screwing it up, because it's very difficult to get the liner behind your eyelashes. Alright, let's give it a crack. Not bad, not bad. And this side, the glue stuck a little higher, so some of the liner got removed, so I'm just fixing that up too. Cool. Oh, they're so pretty. I'm going to do my contour and highlighting first. So I'm going to grab my Instant Age Rewind concealer from Maybelline. I'm obsessed with this stuff, honestly. It's just so beautiful. It's great for a highlighter, because this shade is much too light for me, which means it'll act as the perfect colour as a highlighter. So highlighting and concealing my circles and the colour correction, a bit on my chin, cupid's bow, nose, forehead, and grabbing my damp beauty sponge and just blending that in. And I always find that you want the most blending to happen right here on the edge, because you want it to look flawless between the foundation and the concealer or the highlight. So blending from the bottom upwards means you're going to be blending more in this area, but most of the coverage is still going to be higher up. Because if you're pressing all here, 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 and dragging it down, you're going to end up with more highlight down the bottom. Beautiful. Look at this freaking rebel pimple. Oh my god. Go away. Get a real job. This doesn't want to hide. At least the majority of the red has gone down because of the green. I don't know. I can't do nothing about this pimple. And then I'm going to grab my Rimmel Sun Shimmer Maxi Bronzer from... That didn't make any sense. my Sun Shimmer Maxi Bronzer from Rimmel. Usually I contour my cheeks with angled fluffy brush, but today I'm going to try it with a big powder brush to see the difference, to see if it still works well. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like it a lot. Pretty. Oh, I like it. It's definitely more of a natural glow. Natural finish. So we do the cheekbones, the forehead, jawline, a little bit down the neck, just to blend it all together. I'm really happy with that powder brush. Alright, use a powder brush. Big fluffy powder brush to bronze up the face. Alright, I'm going to start in here, to the eyebrow. Follow that down. Gonna do a little bit here on my tip, just to bring it up. See? Cool beans. Cool beans. Alright, for blush I'm going to use this Models Prefer Blush in Celebrity Crush. It's the pretty. Tap off the excess powder. Excess powder. And slowly start to build it up, because sometimes you can go a bit overboard. You know what I did forget to do? I forgot to set my under eye. I'll come back to that in a minute. Alright, I'll grab my translucent powder again. I think when you start to set your under eye, like for me specifically, I should have showed you, but you'll know what I mean. It deflects. Instead of reflecting the light, it deflects the light when it's more matte. So these circles here that I've been blessed with are more hidden than if it was just the highlight or concealer by itself. I'm just gonna set everywhere that I highlighted and just diffuse that a little bit. Alright, back to my eyes real quick. I'm gonna grab this Chi Chi palette again, and I'm gonna grab a bit of this olive colour and apply it in my lower lash line, but I don't want to use too much product, so I'm just keeping it in the outer 2/3. Just want some more definition. So this is also a great way to cover up wrinkles if you've got the under eye wrinkles like myself. Mascara again on the bottom lashes to make them pow, baby. Yeah, I need some highlighter. And I got a new one from Kmart. It's Biz! Ah! Alright, no laughing yet, because we still have wet bottom lashes. Mascara. Alright. Got this highlight trio from Biz. It was super cheap. It's like $8, I think. They have really good quality stuff. Like, I've been using a lot of their stuff recently. For a drugstore brand, they do pretty well. Some beautiful colours in there. I'll swatch for you guys. Got this beautiful white pearl. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, pretty. Let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Ooh. Wow, okay. Pretty. Pretty colours. I'm glad that they're nice, because I didn't actually get to swatch them at Kmart, because you can never swatch their colours there. This one turned out to be, it's got more gold, yellow tones in it. The second one is like a pearly iridescent colour, and the third is definitely a pink highlight shade. I reckon we should go for that middle one. So I'll grab my fan brush. I'll grab some on here. Ooh. Not as blingy as I wanted it to be. Kind of looks... It's very iridescent looking on the actual skin. Oh no, there you go. That's better lighting. Pretty. Cute. Alright, I can deal. Some on my chin. It's not bad. A pencil brush. Taking that same shade. And we'll do a little bit on the nose. Exclamation point. Oh yeah, it's cute. It's not bad for a drugstore highlighter. Because I'm just obsessed with my Kali Bible palette. It's just so pretty. So I'm comparing everything to that, which I shouldn't be doing. Same, in the corner of the eyeballs. It's definitely pretty when there's more on than less. And just drag that a little bit into the corner near my nose. Cute. Blend it on that lower lash line. Yeah, I like it. It's good. And under the brows to highlight that brow bone. Good job, Biz. This is good. And I sincerely apologise if I have been saying your name wrong this entire time. It's either Bis or BYS. But I call it Bis because it just sounds cool. Yes, so for lips I'm going to be using 2 Australis Velour lip colours. I'm going to use this brown colour, which is called Mozambique, and I'll use this pinky reddy colour, which is called Dubai. You guys over that yet? I'm not. It's just funny. I think it's hilarious. Alright, and to line my lips, I'm going to use this NYX retractable lip liner in dark red, or rouge foncé. Yes, it's a bit fancy. So this NYX lip primer first. I hope that's going to give it more of an even colour. Oh, I didn't even realise it was a twist one! So they reckon that this stops it from feathering and also helps it last longer. I don't know how I'm going to go talking with this thing. It's just weird. Alright, grabbing my lip pencil. I'm just going to overline. I'm not going to lie, I'm not the biggest fan of these lip liners. They come out a bit blotchy. Some bits are like darker than others and I find it a bit difficult to keep it even. But the primer definitely helps. Just filling them in a little bit so we can get more of an even colour. Right, so we're going to use Dubai one first and fill it in. These smell so amazing, like bubblegum. So this is the same colour that I used on my Kylie Jenner inspired makeup tutorial to get those brown lips. There's definitely lots of feathering going on. I don't know what this is about. I think that lied to me. I'm going to go over again with the Dubai colour. Beautiful dark red. Alright, so grabbing my flat brush and some concealer so I can clean up the edges. You can also use foundation if you want to. That's better, for more of a little bit of an ombre look. A very subtle ombre look. Cool beans. Alright, now I'm going to use some setting spray. I got my Australis makeup finishing spritz Smells beautiful. It's with aloe vera and rose water. Definitely smells like rose water. Oh my god! Seriously? Alright. If you want, you can always pat this down after you put some setting spray, just to make sure it's really in everything. And there you have it, that's the final look. I hope that you enjoyed it and learned something new. Subscribe to my channel if you've learnt something new, and give it a big thumbs up if you found this tutorial helpful or entertaining, and let me know in the comments below what you thought and what you would like to see next. I'll see you on my next video. Mwah!